In news just in, Nigerian televangelist Timothy Omotoso was arrested in East London shortly after concluding a church service. Police Commissioner Fannie Masemola says the arrest is linked to immigration issues and is expected to appear in court on Monday, where specific charges will be disclosed. Here's SABC News reporter Lerato Fekisi, who's in Gqeberha for us. So Lerato, what more do we know about Omotoso's arrest? What new information do we have right now?
A very good morning to you, Mqolisi, and nothing new coming yet from the Department of Home Affairs, who are still yet to confirm, Mqolisi, as the reasons behind the arrest of Timothy Omotoso this morning in Danzane in East London, where he was arrested, like you said, after a church service, also a church service that he had last week. But just to perhaps go back on the intricacies of the case, that when Omotoso was arrested 9 years ago here in Gqeberha, one of the issues that came out during his arrest, Mqolisi, was that 5 of his passports that were found in his possession were fraudulently done, which means that he was in possession of passports that were not legal, were not done properly. And in a conversation that I had this morning with a state lawyer, he stated that he's not too sure as to the reason why Omotoso was arrested. We know that it is violation of Immigration Act as stated by the police this morning, but he just stated that 5 of his passports during the time he was arrested 9 years ago were found to be very illegal and fraudulently done. He then went on to say that perhaps if Omotoso was able to at all obtain another passport, perhaps by now it perhaps would have expired. So perhaps alluding to the fact behind the reasons behind Omotoso's arrest, but obviously that's still allegations. But as to the real reason as to why Omotoso was arrested again this morning, still not clear. The Department of Home Affairs are still waiting to give us a confirmation. We'll state exactly the reasons behind why his arrest, but the state obviously saying that they believe that perhaps the reason why he's been arrested was the illegal passport that he had at that time that were fraudulently done, and also alluding to the fact that if he did get a new passport done, that perhaps now, because he was in custody for 9 years, it perhaps also would have expired if at all he did get one done after that. So we're still waiting to hear exactly, Mqolisi, why he was arrested, and like you said, he's going to appear in court on Monday in East London, where the real charges behind him, the violation of the Immigration Act, will be stated out clearly, and the court and the people of South Africa will know exactly the charges against him now linked to the violation of the Immigration Act.
All right, that's Lerato Fekisi there giving us an update from Home Affairs. And this is all happening in Gqeberha on the backdrop of that story that we're tracking for you now around the Nigerian televangelist Timothy Omotoso, who's just been arrested, and we'll continue to track developments on this front.